The finished product for this video is at this timecode, but you will not believe that they're all creeper sounds unless you watch this opening segment. Don't say I didn't warn you. Now I know I'm about 3 months late to making a revenge meme, but given the trend of my videos in the last month, I figured I might as well give it one last kick to send this memeful decade off on a positive note. Plus, you guys are a tad keen to see this one. I'm also a few days late to getting this video out in general, which is purely my fault because I underestimated how long it would take. At the time of recording this intro, I've spent about 20 hours on everything so far, so yeah, my bad. By the way, I hate to do this, but I've noticed the weirdest trend on my videos lately. Like, just take this in for a second. 95% of you watching right now aren't subscribed. 95. If that number was reduced even to just 80%, I'd be on 100k subscribers right now, which was my goal to reach by the end of the year. So if you enjoy this video, please subscribe. I hate to do it, but it'd mean a lot. Anyways, back to why you're here, remaking Revenge with only creeper sounds. Why creeper sounds? Well, because the song is about creepers trying to steal all our stuff. Again, so I feel like it's pretty fitting. So, what sounds do we need to recreate to put this masterpiece together? Well, starting with the percussion, we've got congas, a kick drum, snare, and the hi-hat. I've done the latter three before, but not congas, so this should be pretty interesting. Let's try using the say3.ogg audio file for creepers, as that's got a nice attack to it. I'll trim it down to its first bit, apply a low pass filter, and give it a little fade out. It doesn't really sound like a conga, but it's a nice percussive sound with a creeper-like quality that I'll still use anyways. Next up is the kick, and I'm going to try using the creeper explosion sound for this one, which you all know of. Once again, let's trim it down, get rid of the high frequencies, and apply another fade out. That should do the trick, I reckon. Above the kick track is always a snare, so let's get stuck into that. The last part of the say4 audio file has a pretty nice clap sound to it, so let's use that. I'll cut it to just that bit, boost the bass frequencies, and like everything else, fade it out. It's a bit of a light snare sound, but it's the best I'm going to get. The last percussive sound is the hi-hat, which much like the spiders in last week's video, should be pretty easy to recreate with creepers. I'll be using a death sound for this one. Controversially, I've cut out a tiny segment in the middle of the clip, which doesn't really sound like a creeper dying, but whatever. A high pass filter will isolate those higher pitches, and a fade out will once again top it off. Now I don't know about you, but that should work really well. Now, here comes the part that you want to watch before listening to the final piece. I somehow need to recreate the synth and bass, piano note block, and melody with only creeper sounds. If you haven't seen the problem already, it's that creepers literally don't have any melodic sounds, like, at all. So I'm going to have to do the same thing I did in my last video, which is grab a sample of a creeper sound, speed it up a ton, and repeat it over and over again, producing a frequency of some sort. I really don't want to have to do this, as it may seem like cheating, but honestly I have no other choice. Anyways, let's see what we have to work with. I've got this whole folder of every creeper sound, so I can choose any of them really. Let's grab the say1 sound effect, since I haven't used it yet. I'll speed it up by a solid 3000%. Repeat the tiny clip of audio about 100 times. Get rid of the buzzing with a low pass filter. And bump it up about 2 octaves. Let's see what happens when we try and use that as the opening synth sound in Revenge by shortening the clip and adding a fade to the end of it. Holy shit, I think I'm going to get copyrighted for that. Like, it sounds exactly the same as the original, and the funny part is that was completely unintentional. I was just trying to make a random melodic sound regardless of his timbre, and I somehow got that. So, I'll take that. Since the sound is so perfect though, I reckon I'll use it for the piano note block and bass parts too, just with a different background. So a coral biome for piano and this forest for bass. Now obviously I could use the same sound for the melody, but it would clash too much with the other instruments, so I'll try something else. Let's try using the fuse sound effect, the only one I haven't touched. Once again, I'll speed it up by 3000%, because why not? Repeat the clip over and over. Give it a low pass filter. And with a sharp fade out, that should work perfectly. I'm just warning you though, it might get a bit annoying after a while, so apologies in advance. So that's it, right? We've got all the percussion, the bass, synth, piano, melody, and oh wait, hang on a second, the rap. I can't forget Captain Sparkle's epic rap halfway through the song. What sound should I use though? I reckon to keep it creeper sounding, I'll use the say1.ogg audio file again, but just cut out a sample of it, like so. Now I can change the pitch of it when I put the whole thing together to make it sound like the creeper's rapping Jordan's part, which doesn't really make any sense, but at this point I just want to get the video done, so. Finally though, I've got everything I need. Time to put it all together in Sony Vegas Pro 15, like usual, render it out using the power of my fancy new computer that I got, and upload it to YouTube, even though I would have already done that since you're watching this now, but whatever. Anyways, I won't keep you waiting any longer. Here is Revenge by Captain Sparkles featuring Try Hard Ninja, recreated using only Minecraft creeper sounds. Far out, am I happy to get that done. I know I say this every week, but this video by far has taken the longest to make. If you respect the effort I put into it all, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, as myself and YouTube's algorithms would really appreciate it. Make sure you check out my other content too if you're considering subscribing, and get that bell on so you don't miss any future uploads. Anyways, that's all from me. See you next time.